Okay.
So because the bicep is needing to stretch here, the insertion goes into the shoulder. So what you do is you take the arm behind, just below the shoulder height, and then you turn away from the wall, so the torso is turning this way. I can really feel that through the bicep. We did biceps this morning. So the insertion that goes into the elbow is really stretching back. You're rotating around, and again, the hand is just below the shoulder. And then you would stay there for about 30 seconds, and then switching to the other side, again, a little lower than the shoulder. Turn the rib cage around, so you're coming in this direction, and you keep the hand planted against the wall, and you're turning your whole body this way. The whole time you're breathing in and out through the nose. So you want to give a relaxation response to the body, even though there's the pull. The more you breathe, then the more the insertions and the ligaments in the shoulder will stretch, and then gently release. And then the next one, I'll stay here. The next one is reaching the wrists out and back and opening the chest, gazing up, and then exhaling and sending the wrists over. Now it's perfectly fine wherever you go. I'm going to show like a really long range. So you're reaching the shoulders over, and there comes a day where your hands hit the ground. when you're in straddle like this. So, you know, the arms come over. I'm showing all that just to say that you get a traction that pulls out from the bicep insertion, which is at the top of the arm, and then you're folding forward. And you're not trying to hammer down, you're actually attempting to let go, because that opens the chest. And then you breathe in, lift, come back up, and again, you know, you can be here and doing that reach out. The main thing is to get the wrists to reach out. That's the activation that you're going for. And the breathing is steady in and out through the nose. Okay, so that's there. And then for the neck, we take the arm and we take the left arm across. You're taking that elbow down low, interlace through this hand, and then you're bringing the ear just down to the side body. So now I'm over here, and you just want to have like a heavy earring, and you'll pull down on that side with the shoulder blade back, breathing in and out through the nose, and just to get that ear down as much as you can, and to drop the belly of the trapezius muscle here, which tends to shorten. Get that area to come down, and that's where I was coming over and pressing the shoulder blade down to get that area to drop. And then you come back, and then you switch sides, so you take the right elbow, coax it over, get the shoulder down low, interlace, bring the ear to the other side, and I can really feel the stretching through the scalenes right there. And you bring that ear down, keep the breathing. So the whole mood in the stretch is to keep the breathing steady, so you feel like a streaming in and out energy, and that helps the muscle to let go. As soon as you catch the breath, there's an apparatus in the muscle that'll pull in the spindles. So what you want to do is keep breathing, because that gives the central nervous system, the brain, and the message to keep letting go, and you'll get your fullest range. So the breathing is key. And then you come back up. And then we come right to stretching the chest. So here's where you can come down to the floor. We're going to have the heels reach in front. It's always good to just pull the bum bones back so you get right to the front of the bum bones. The fingers turn in. And how did I have you? Yeah. So you're going to press into the palms. Press the shoulders down, so you're pressing into the whole palm. So it's not back, but down, and then that opens up the front of the shoulder, and you press into the palms, lift the sternum, so just imagine it's fish hooked, and you're gazing up and you're opening the chest, and the legs are reaching out. That pulls the tailbone down rather than dropping into the back. So you lift up, tailbone presses down, sternum presses forward, and you're coming up, and then forward bend, same activation that you're reaching, and this one you could stay in for a minute. So you could just pause the phone, pause the video, and then from there, you leverage up, and you're gonna tip right from the low back, take the body forward, draw the toes back, reach out through the heels, shoulders are down the back so you're not rounded, and then you extend the body forward. And if you can really feel the baby toe side pull back, so the toe base is straight across as you reach the heels out and extend forward. So there's your reach forward, forward bend. So we're not down, and you're attempting again to get the rib cage forward. And that big pull back of the toes, so you get the line through the backs of the hamstrings. Staying there for a torturous minute so that you can really get that line through the backs of the legs, lengthening. And then you come back, you come right onto the back, and you're going to take the legs up in the air, reach through the heels, pull the toes back. Now the knees can be bent, it's no problem for the hamstring. And you're gonna reach up, hands come behind, interlace the fingers, press the shoulder blades under just to open the rib cage, and then you inhale, take the heels up to the ceiling, exhale, lift the upper body up, and then inhale, lift the hips and the upper body a little more, and then exhale and pull the core down as flat as you can. And then you do that 2 more times. Coming down, inhale, lift, exhale, pull the rib cage up and hips, inhale, pull the rib cage and the hips a little higher, and then exhale and pull the core down. And I did this morning too, so I can really feel this. And coming down, and inhale, lift again, hips, and then exhale, lift the rib cage and the hips, and then a little bit higher with rib cage and hips, and then exhale, pull the core down, and then you lower down. I think that was 3. Was that 3?
I think so.
Okay, good. Okay, and then to help to work the external obliques here, you take the heels down, feet are just hip width apart, knees bent. So you've got some distance between the heels, they're not too tight in. And then you take the hands behind the head, the shoulder blades are under, and then you come up and you're coming over to the left, pulling the core in, back to the center, and then over to the right. And you're really attempting to draw this side of the ribs over to that direction.
Yeah.
And that way you're getting the external oblique contracting to lift you to the opposite side. And if you can go for, I'm gonna have us go for 20, so I'll do that with you to get it in the video. So you exhale, lift, breathe in, down, exhale, lift, breathe in, down, attempting to relax the quads, so you're trying not to grip, but you're just pressing the heels down to pull the tailbone down. And you're exhaling, lift, breathe in, middle, exhale, lift, breathe in, middle, exhale, lift as high as you can, turning. And it is good, I'm sometimes remembering to hold at the top, just to get that extra firing up of more of the external obliques. And up, and up, and breathing in and exhale, and breathing in and exhale. I had no idea I was going to do this much work. I just ate, exhale, lift, lay down, and exhale, lift. I could taste peanut butter, exhale, lift, and 2 more. This ought to be 20, I think, and 1 more, and exhale, lift. Now the last one I will offer is keep the upper body up, take the legs up, extend one heel out, cross towards that opposite knee, slowly micro slow, pull that leg in, turn to the other side, and come back up, and 1 more time each side. So you're coming up, cross over, really reach that leg out, back to the center, and then cross over, and reaching back to the center, and then lie back and pull the knees in, and that's it.
Would I do a plank before?
Yes, you would do the plank before, and your form was great. So the hands are right under the shoulders, the heels are reaching out. Elbows are never locked, so the eyes of the elbows turn in. The core is up and in, so that's like that half a giggle. So pulling the ribs in, shoulder blades down, elbows soft, so you're not putting the work into the bottom of the bicep. And you reach the heels out. I'm wondering if that could be where some of the tension of the biceps coming. And then you can release and come down. And if you work up towards a minute for the plank, that's a good amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.